Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I want to remind everybody, look at this. Nick Burafeto from Link to the Next Generation Digital Asset Custody Solution for Institutional Investors, a wholly owned subsidiary of PolySign. Two reminders with Link to. The first one is that they're giving away, first of all, they're giving away $1,000 of XRP for PolySign orders between $10,000 and $24,000. $2,500 of XRP if you buy $25,000 to $49,000 worth of PolySign at private equity. $5,000 of XRP if you buy $50,000 or up of PolySign. And also today, Joe and Doso, and they'll have the link in the Link to, if you look at Link to's Twitter feed, Joe and Doso is interviewing Jack McDonald, who's the CEO of PolySign today, and you can register to go in and watch that today as well. So check that out. Now, looks like Patrick McHenry is commenting on Gary Gensler's, what he was talking about with the custodians the other day. Yesterday's SEC action on qualified custodians is clearly part of the Biden administration's attack on the digital asset ecosystem. Let me be clear, the future of digital assets is a major political and economic question that must be decided by Congress. And I said, look, more congressional tweets while Gary keeps doing what he wants and they do nothing. I think Patrick McHenry's a good guy. I think Tom Emmer's a good guy. But all I can tell you is the only indication of them being good guys to me at this point is they like to tweet things that sound good to us, and they like to talk about things that sound good to us, and they like to ask questions that sound good to us when they're in Congress. But they haven't done anything. Patrick McHenry, if you're out there, at some point you have to punch back. These guys are doing nothing but beating you guys to a pulp. Gary Gensler is literally beating you guys to a pulp with actions while you guys are talking. Stop talking and do something about it. Unless you're with Gary, then just tell us. All right. The official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel checks in on Friday often, and today's no different.
What's up, fam? Happy Friday. Are you tired? Well, that's okay. That's why we have an army. We persevere. One man out, we tag the next one in. Let's have a great weekend and keep the faith.
The Digital Asset Investor is tired, but that's okay. I will not stop. We're going to finish this thing. Hassan Al-Anazi, both Bitcoin and Ethereum have exhausted their time, I agree, in false attempts to climb. It's all built up on nothing. And let me get rid of this. It's time for the real rise of XRP as new leader of crypto. It's time, folks. I agree. It is time. Now, check this out. I wanted to make sure you saw this. These are Nigerians who are revolting at their central bank after it declared their old currency notes to no longer be legal tender, after the central bank destroys them.
Why did I come to work today?
That's what's going on. You know what I bet they wish they had is a Glint account where they had a MasterCard debit card where they could spend their gold. A Glint account is not a bank account. Government does not control the Glint account. So I wish they had a Glint account or some physical gold. Glint's my sponsor. Link2's my sponsor. Link's in the top of the description. Both of them will be there. You can click on them and tell them DAI sent you. Now, from Stuart Alderati, reminder that agency authority rests on laws and regulations, not on personal beliefs or political motivations. Regulatory threats, undue pressure, coercion, and intimidation have no place. 2019 FDIC statement ending Operation Chokepoint, because now they're trying Operation Chokepoint 2.0. Now, Gary Gensler tweeted this in the last 24 hours. The SEC went after Terraform Labs and Do Kwon with orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar crypto asset securities fraud, okay? So they went after Do Kwon finally for the Luna. This is the whole Luna thing. And he's bragging about how this demonstrates their commitment to being public servants. Well, I got a question about this because Gary was meeting with FTX and having planning sessions as well as just like the rest of our government, including the CFTC was. Because BitBoy a while back said this, I understand why you believe this, but it goes back to what caused Luna. SBF Alameda was behind every single crash collapse this year. Even Target was a Solana FTX competitor. Think about it. Hopefully going to deliver hard evidence on this soon. I never remember him doing that, but I would love to hear his thoughts on that now. Tipsy Tiger makes a very good point. 3 times the SEC changed its position on the Hinman emails. 6 times the Judge Netburn ordered the SEC to hand over the emails. 1 time Judge Torres ordered the SEC to hand over the emails. 18 months later, you are still hiding the emails from investors you're mandated to protect. And then we've got this. This guy's talking about the SEC's action. He says he's a lawyer. Just read SEC civil complaint against Do Kwon. SEC alleges these tokens are crypto asset securities. Luna, WLuna, UST stablecoin, mirror, and security-based swaps like MAAPL. So Gary's trying to capitalize on a fraud and make it about designating digital. The guy obviously can't fight back because it's fraud. And so why not throw in there and say, oh, well, these are securities, because he can't. This guy ultimately probably has to settle with the SEC because he committed a fraud. See how Gary operates? Now, a lot of people have not really zeroed in on the CFTC, but I think it's time, because after I saw Thinking Crypto say that the CFTC was a part of this crypto crackdown, it's time to call them out. And I have been calling them out. Caroline Pham, I've been calling out because she's running around acting like they're pro-crypto. So you can't have your cake and eat it too, folks. It's one or the other. They're either pro-crypto or they're part of the crackdown. Which is it, Caroline Pham? CFTC was meeting with Consensus and the SEC in the lead up to the Ethereum free pass. Thinking Crypto's source said they are part of the crypto crackdown. Former CFTC Commissioner Mark Wetjen was general counsel and the DC political connection for FTX. What say you? Because I think Chris Giancarlo needs to answer these questions too. Because Cowboy Crypto, who's the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, says Jay Clayton met with Gary Gensler and the CFTC chairman Heath Tarbert in back-to-back meetings the day before the Ripple lawsuit. Heath Tarbert left the CFTC in March 2021, is now chief legal officer at Citadel Securities. Investors are Paradigm and Sequoia. Here's the meeting with Gary Gensler. There he is. And let's see if we have anything else. Yes, we do. Stefan Huber has been activated on the CFTC thing. He says, ho, ho, ho. Look at what? Look at who Ethereum bull and CFTC chairman Heath Tarbert's mentor was at Sullivan Cromwell, Jay freaking Clayton. Well, now I'm getting into the game. It was London office Sullivan Cromwell, if you can believe it, that mentoring partner was none other than Jay Clayton, now chairman of the SEC. The two of us have weekly one-on-one calls to coordinate our agencies, so I still get the benefit of his mentorship. Then there was this. This is Heath Tarbert. Crypto M&A deals are on the pace to surpass last year. CFTC Tarbert is impressed with Ethereum and Filecoin flies. Okay? Facebook's Libra is a very different product than Bitcoin, says CFTC. So anything, just like Jay Clayton, anything that threatens Bitcoin and Ethereum, he's there to fight. What's the CFTC chairman actually said about Ether futures and Ethereum 2.0? Expects to see regulated Ether futures in the U.S. in the next 6 months. CFTC chairman Heath Tarbert talks Ethereum, DeFi, and the next BitMEX. Excuse me. Ethereum's upcoming proof of stake shift won't necessarily put the world's second largest cryptocurrency into the securities bucket, the chairman of the CFTC said Wednesday. So then this was brought to my attention this morning too. This was on the right here, you'll see it. January 4th of 2021, just a few days after the SEC filed the lawsuit against Ripple. This was on the SEC website. And it says, let me see if I can get a better thing here. Let me find it. It's hard to find. All right, it's right here. I'll just stretch my eyes here. It says Bitcoin, Ethereum that are generally accepted to be currencies and are not currently subject to regulation by the SEC. These three cryptocurrencies are treated as non-covered securities outside these cryptocurrencies, investments in other cryptocurrencies is prohibited. Please note the following. And I asked John Deaton and the Ripple people if they had seen this, and John said, yes, it is in the brief I filed. So John Deaton is all over it as usual. Now, before I end, I want to bring something to your attention. I covered this tweet a while back. Because this is one of the lies that, Bitcoin has somehow got this massive community or whatever. Biggest blockchain community on Twitter today. Look who wins. XRP, 32.5% of the vote. All you got to do is go and look at viewership around XRP and the different channels and the different Twitter feeds. XRP is by far the biggest community. Okay? Now, lucky for us, Brad Combs from Digital Perspectives has stepped up to the plate for the XRP community and done what the Bitcoin community has been doing. And I have a feeling the Bitcoin community is about to find out who's boss. XRP, who needs Bitcoin Miami when you've got XRP Las Vegas? Now, I'm not involved in putting this thing together, folks, but this is big, okay? XRP Las Vegas 2023. He's doing this, and he's already lining up people like John Deaton and Eleanor Terrett, it looks like. He's got Quincy Jones, some guys from Link2 are coming. He's got Linda P. Jones. It looks like a lot of people are starting to jump on board of this thing. Joe Endoso from Link2. This is, and I will bet, let me make a bet, folks. I will bet you, because why wouldn't they? You remember Bitcoin Miami? This is Bitcoin Miami from 2022. Ripple had a presence there at Ripple House in Miami. You remember this. And so Ripple obviously is going to the Bitcoin Miami events. We also saw back in 2021, Brad Garlinghouse, I think he was been at all of the Bitcoin Miamis in the recent history. So my question is, why on earth would they not be at XRP Las Vegas? I'm expecting, now I don't know anything about that, but it wouldn't surprise me a bit if you didn't start to see one or two Ripple people start to pop up here, because this proves the whole decentralized XRP narrative. This was not put together by Ripple. This was put together by an XRP Army community, whatever you want to call it, member, Brad Combs from Digital Perspectives. So this right here is going to be exciting, and I would be shocked if I did not start to see some Ripple people pop up in here, at least one or two. So this is going to be interesting. You can go and get your tickets, but I would imagine these are going to be gone pretty quick. XRP-LasVegas.com. The digital asset investor, I'm not saying I'm going yet, but the digital asset investor loves some Las Vegas. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Who in the hell needs Bitcoin Miami that doesn't work when you have XRP Las Vegas? Thanks for listening.